Oh, let me see. No one's out there. Well, I don't have any set schedule. I just uh, come on extemporaneously, in a hully gully fashion. To talk about nothing or just about anything or any random predictable or maybe unpredictable subject. But this morning, I guess I don't know if this is what you call a practicing philosophy or just like I say, I'd like to think deeply. I think very deeply. But I was thinking about something, right? But obviously, as I continue to say it, and it was the concepts of pleasure and pain, and I guess going about the efforts or the mishaps of achieving certain goals and accomplishments or encountering certain failures and losses when it comes to pain and pleasure and how their pathways are intermingled, um, if I dare say so. Like you, how do I put this? In the name of pleasure, right? In the name of pleasure. Now, you may have all types of things that might bring you pleasure. You might be money, might be sex, might be food, might be adrenaline. You might get off being adventurous. Uh, these are things that bring you pleasure, and you have to make certain sacrifices. You have to take certain risks in order to feel this level of pleasure. Um, Now, along the avenue of taking risks, sometimes you might experience uh, incidents, circumstances, issues that might cause discomfort or might hinder you. And I guess you could that in that way, in your pursuit of that pleasure, you encounter pain. Now, the pain may seem lightweight. The pain doesn't necessarily have to be a physical pain. The pain could be an emotional pain or a spiritual pain per se. Um, and how you're able to process that pain uh, in your effort of pursuing that pleasure. Uh, because lots of times your focus is specifically on the pleasure part of it. You're not even really considering the things that might cause you risk in terms of the pain. Like, say for example, I ain't even gonna wish that upon myself, but people have certain things that they do for pleasure, and there's certain things like, say, let's just people like this. You like to drink. Somebody might like to drink, and they're at a bar, and they believe they have a tolerance. They're a master of their tolerance level, and I guess if you roll the dice, perhaps they may be. But then an accident occurs that may not even be that person's fault, who believes that they have a tolerance or capability to handle their liquor. Now, uh, in their pursuit to go to this bar and enjoy this alcohol or whatever, upon leaving that situation, now they have the encounter of pain of maybe, I guess their car may be damaged. If the police is called to the scene and there's a breathalyzer taken, you know, uh, it's not so much whether you're at fault or not. It's just that they caught you out there, and this is just in your pursuit of pleasure. You now encounter this pain. This pain is going to be emotional because, damn, there surely has to be a grand bit of disappointment to catch a DUI, and there also is going to be a bit of physical pain, suffering, because if you're not just only going to go to jail for that one particular night, you still have to deal with the with court caught with going to court and all that good stuff like that. But to go along the long way around, I hope that this is somewhat broadens out what I mean when I'm speaking on how the pathways between pleasure and pain are intermingled. Now, you might have a certain goal in which you're pursuing, whether it be, whether it be uh, start a business, maybe get a degree education, maybe start a family, whatever. I mean, even something as simple, and I guess I shouldn't say as simple as something as common as trying to find a mate per se. And I'm not, and this is just once again, like I said, I'm thinking and being theoretically. Now, just because I'm saying on that, it doesn't necessarily mean that I've forgotten how to pursue. I digress on that part. But on your pursuit of trying to find someone to date. Now, you might come across a certain, and I'm speaking on a male perspective, come about a certain amount of number of bachelorettes, ladies that might be a prime choosing, that you might think that are prime choosing. But, you see one in particular that you go about pursuing. Now, I guess you're in the pursuit of being in a relationship. And being in a relationship, now pleasure, when you say pleasure, it doesn't have to be like tingle. I just wanted to be kind of understand. I guess I need to flesh it out. And no pun intended. Pleasure does not necessarily mean feeling and touch or just bubbly feeling. Pleasure is a sense. It can be a sense of self-satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment, or whatever. Just like pain doesn't necessarily have to mean you being stabbed or set on fire. Pain can mean a loss or denial of certain things that you may have been pursuing. Like say for example, you try to get on the football team and you got cut or whatever. That's pain in your pursuit of pleasure. Nevertheless, man, I come through, and I just want to, bless the people in the name of YouTube out. No, it's not a name. It's the name of niggas. Did I say peace to the nigga nation? I don't know if I said that. Did I say peace to the nigga nation? Peace to the nigga nation. Because that is what that is. I'm reaching out to my kind. I like to think that there are more of my kind out there than and I appreciate. I got 1,500. What's that? 1,509 subs on here, even though it's not monetized. And I don't know if I could tap dance for these people. I know that I can't. I've learned that I can't tap dance for like platforms like Facebook. Instagram, I never ever got dinged by Instagram. Instagram dinged my ass. Just because I say I don't give a fuck about, this people problem with that people problem. I'm worried about the nigga problem, the nigga folk problem. But I'm tempted to broaden my scope. I don't want to come on here and gossip so personally. I could talk about the Keke Palmer. I could talk about, I just heard Boosie is going to sue his mama or something like that, or even better yet, his mama, and asked him, don't put your brother in jail. You mean to tell me, no snitch Boosie, the one who quit his friend Clifford, 1-800-TIPS, that same Boosie say, cause he had an artist and he got fucked in the industry by his allegedly by his people, because his people couldn't do it alone. Whoever wrote the check had to be in on it too, Boosie. You don't think they know if they're signing a Boosie artist they would want to get in contact with Boosie as well? Unless you were trying to charge it too much. But hey, who's to say what too much is? But I don't know. I understand there seems to be a list of problems. If you want to fight, you fight with your mammy, you fight with your daughter, you mislead, you give the appearance that you're misleading your sons. But who am I to say? I don't have no kids. I'm just a casual observer. I don't know how I got off into this, but I guess I see a few of y'all out here. So I might as well roll what I got. But yeah, then it's like, I don't know if I can. I share what I. It was only just a few. I made a short video about that Keke and Darius situation with the alleged domestic violence, domestic violence accusations that occurred. Uh, I in no way, shape, or form support or condone domestic violence or apologize for any form of domestic violence. I'm not a woman beater. I detest woman beaters. I am directly and indirectly have experienced domestic violence. You know how if that's what those screenshots is what is considered domestic violence, then yes, indeed, I have most definitely experienced domestic violence. But not per se that not so much of that. It's like, okay, my point when I made that video, I was like saying it just seemed everything just so tightly wrapped up. It seems like it's just a written down blueprint per se. And then it's like, okay, it's not so much that y'all having the issue where dude is supposed to be mistreating you physically, or I guess the assertion would be physically, but I guess also they said he's been verbal. He cussed out. He demeaned her in front of the baby, like the baby can understand what he's saying. Now the baby can understand what the energy is, but in my mind about it all is the way it's put together. That I don't know. Maybe if they would have put out a video and I said, well, I don't want to be like the white like the white people when they be on Fox News saying we need to let all the facts get out, all the evidence needs to be let out before we make a decision on whether or not the police purposefully shot Tyrone in the backyard. That was Tyrone, such a Rondale in the backyard. But yeah, I they went to the custody. They just ran to the custody. Like, why would the a situation, a disagreement between you and him have to lead with you requesting full custody of the kid? Like, did he do something to the child? Did he mistreat the child? At one point you're saying, I guess maybe that will later on she'll come out in an interview and may say, well, I felt as if I was being pressured. The relationship what I said once upon a time that Darius is a great and doting father. But there was no criminal arrest made. There's a temporary restraining order, but the TRO is. Did nobody go to jail? You think about the situation with Jonathan Majors, and his Alabaster Honey. He went to jail. Well, he got arrested. I guess by arguably, at least he sat in the holding cell for a minute. When they arrested this girl, his ex-girlfriend, she came and got arrested, even though they didn't file any charges against her. They're still filing charges against him. But and that goes back to the package in the well, because I spoke about how with Jonathan Majors it seemed like he got a old girl damn, I don't know how I forget her name. It's probably that motherfucker the video vixen from Canada. He dated no girl from Canada. Yeah, I'm tired of Boosie too. Boosie out of control. Boost out of control. But hey, I mean, I guess that's how he gets money. He got a movie coming out. I guess it's good. This is, when that camera come on, when this camera, even myself, I got to put it on somewhere, but I ain't got no reason to be a charlatan, right? I'm just talking my shit. But if somebody got a goal or a purpose or an underlying motivation to make themselves seen, like. It's crazy, because as I say that about him, I think about the Blueface nigga, the young Blueface guy, and I guess and the Christian, of course, goes him, and the Blueface is with the other baby mama, and they look so cartoonish together in because I saw one, but I guess it's for kids though. But Then you got, I'm not sexy red, whatever, she do what she do, just like anybody else who feels that they need to express themselves creatively. Who am I to be somebody pappy? But I mean, I can, as long as I'm gonna have the ability to say, well, that shit is disgusting to me. I don't want to feel as if I had to be gaslighted and made feel guilty because of my opinion. If I understand, if I feel like, okay, well, it may not make much sense to me, but I have to give this person the right to admire this person that they admire. Hopefully, they have a keen understanding of that this person is actually a character, and then this particular lifestyle that they're seemingly propagating is not necessarily one that'll be successful for you as an individual. This may be a person that has money behind her to portray this image for entertainment. But we want to argue, oh, Sassy Red is the bane of the black community. The bane, is the thing. And this is, I guess it's well, now this is not my solution for black empowerment. I guess a good start, move forward toward black empowerment would be if people start being less emotionally reactive and more calculating or logically calculating. Black people should be. We need to stop just looking whenever we something. Ooh, such and such happened. Instead of getting all excited over shit like that, we should take the opportunity and time to see when we see something. We don't look at the characters of it and tie ourselves emotionally to them. Say, oh, how. Just go back. Oh, poor Kiki. I remember her when she was on the Disney Channel. Blase, who Skippy. That don't mean that's not important. That's a character on TV. Even though y'all see us smiling in public or whatever, even though there are Dars, he don't look like he a real. He look kind of cream puffish himself. So it's like, okay, well, just for the mere sake of curiosity, how y'all fight? If y'all fight, cause people fight now. I don't know how black people get ignorant and forget that it ain't just niggas just ain't well. I guess it's just a situation where it does, where a nigga just walk up and swing on us and swing on his woman. Just and I'm speaking on niggas because I do understand vice versa. A woman to walk up to you and just slap you in your mouth, just on some now nigga, now what nigga type shit, on the strength that they know that if you did the same, you would fucking bust their jaw, and you're wrong. Today and then, fuck that nigga. If Brian put their hands on me, I got to put the bitch back in her place. Okay, and that goes back to once upon a time, I guess, in the 70s. I guess maybe the early, you still had a little bit of leeway in the early 80s, but once that movie was a movie called The Burning Bed with Farrah Fawcett Majors on it in it. I don't know if y'all remember, but it was like about a wife that was getting whooped severely by her husband. But one day she was fed up, and she set the nigga. She poured gas on the nigga bed and lit the nigga bed on fire, lit him in the bed on fire. And I do believe that she might have gotten off it because they made some type of defense where he was just so torturous. So once again, I look at it like this, man. They have to give you. You're not going to see it consistently, at least not for Denzel Washington's been holding out pretty well. You're not going to see, I guess, Morgan Freeman, he got in a little trouble when he was messing with his old lady daughter or some shit like that. But you don't necessarily see the African American, the black, the Negro male reach the finish line gracefully without a bit of scandal affixed to their name, per se. But I'm all off topic. But pleasure and pain. They what do they call what's that fancy liberal word? They intersect. Pleasure and pain intersects. And with that being said, I'm gonna get on off here. I appreciate y'all for giving me a little bit of y'all time and a little of y'all mental energy. That's your economics. Nigga nation or nothing. Peace and love.